faces right there the last week, didn't you?
We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to another Tuesday night with the Muskrat, Creole, and Clearview Outdoors. I got the link sent out there to Zach as well, so we'll see if Zach can get in here with us. But we're going to about the Bumping for Big Ones tournament over the weekend. Obviously yesterday is Memorial Day, so we'll talk a little bit about it. A couple of great events coming up this next week, including my favorite event, Fishing for Freedom. And so you got yours on too, don't you?
I sure do.
Jeremy, that's a long ways for you, buddy.
Dude, it's everything is a long way for me.
Yeah.
Like everything. It doesn't matter what's going on. It's a long way for me. So what are you going to do?
That's fair. Looks like Zach's trying to come in. I'll wait till he gets all set up there, and we'll bring him on screen with us. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and say some hellos to some folks hanging out with us already tonight. So I see Mike Sampson, Avid. Hey, look, Clearview Outdoors is in chat.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy Ian Tipman, man, talk about a warrior. That guy spent 36 out of 48 hours on the boat.
Wow.
This weekend.
Whew,
crazy.
That's crazy.
We got Beep Uncle Jeep. Brian B's in the house saying, let's get it. We got Wabash Nate, Stonefly 71. We got Wildcat Riggs. You might know that guy. Jeremy.
Come on, bro.
We got, oh man, that just jumped clear to the bottom. Holy smokes. I seen Fat Boy Eric in there before it zoomed away on me. Tommy over at Minnow Dunkers, James Kirkpatrick, Whitey Fry, or it shows up Casey Fry, another channel member. Thank you for helping the show out. CVA, Maurice Cason, Lizabella Kirkpatrick. What's going on?
Mine jumped too.
Trophy Seekers. Take it away.
Let's see. Mine jumped by the same time. Okay, here we go. Brian B. Catfishing. What's going on, brother? I see Ian Tipton. I see Josh, the Weekend Angler. Mr. Mike Irvin's in the house. John Boy Catfishing, another one of my Louisiana people. What's going on, brother? Catfish Bandits in the house. Central Valley Adventures. Let's see. Wait, well, it did the same thing to me. It jumped on me again.
Zach, you ready to come on in? Thumbs up. All right. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Zach?
Good.
Now, Roger, on my screen, I can hear you just fine, but you are frozen on the funniest face I've seen you make in a while.
Same here. And then when I'm on my phone, though, you are not even there.
I don't see Roger.
What?
I can hear you, Roger, but I can't see you.
What in the world's going on here?
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we got it.
So I'm using my new phone as a hotspot to try to run this laptop. So gonna have to bear with us. Nobody wants to see me anyway. They see me all the time. They want.
You're on there now.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
We got Chris Elgato Azul TV. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Yo, brother.
Yes, looks like I might have some connection issues. I'm trying to do this remotely. I'm not at home in my normal atmosphere, so
I'm going to try to get my I have to get off for a second. I'm going to try to hook up my earpods.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, we'll get it. Ain't no problem.
I think I don't know if let's see what we can do here.
See, Mr. James Bailey, what's going on? Let's see who else in the house. Miss Michelle from It's All Mine. What is happening this evening?
Lance, the cool guy.
What's going on, Lance? See Robert Linton in the house.
What's up, Robert? Chrissy Brown. I don't know if you said it, but if you did, we'll say it again.
Yeah, hey, it's always worth saying it again.
With the stop and go with the cameras, I don't even know if I'm really talking to you guys right now.
Hey, I can still hear you. You're good.
Okay. I didn't have to leave. I was able to stay.
There you go.
Connected.
It sounds good. We got you.
Okay.
Oh, there's Bobcat Outdoors, another channel member. Thanks, Bobcat, for supporting the channel. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us tonight.
Roger, you may have to go in your settings real quick and knock down your stream quality a little bit so it'll quit freezing on you.
Let me try that.
because that might be what's making it jump around like that. Let's see who else. Mr. Woody Hollander. What is going on, Woody?
Woody, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
right.
now we got video.
Oh, that did it. It was on 1080.
Well, that'll do it.
And you guys can see here. We got Tom with LG Bass. What's going on, buddy? Pat, Real Beasts.
What's going on, Pat?
Got to meet Pat and a lot of others at the gathering down in Tennessee, man. Always good to see, hang out with a bunch of like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. She can't hear you because I got the earphones.
Oh.
Nah. Got Killer Bee Outdoors, which is Chris's partner in crime on the boat.
So what I wanted to talk about is a little bit about what happened over the weekend, which was 3 guys standing on the back of a boat, bumping down the river, and 2 guys are catching fish, and the one guy is not catching fish. Is it luck? Is it just bad luck?
Nope.
You don't think it's bad luck?
No such thing as bad luck.
Somebody kind of brought this up the other day as to whether we just got lucky. Somebody put it, and we just got lucky. And I feel that there's some luck involved, but I believe that there's a lot more things in play than luck.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, man, let's just talk about it. Let's get some people's opinions on how much faith do they put in luck, and how much faith do they put in techniques and strategy and science. Uh-oh.
Okay.
With a ghost, I still got you here, Roger.
Here's let me describe what we done this weekend. We had 3 guys on the back of the boat. We were using the same bait. We had the same length leaders. We had the same length dropper. We all didn't have the same weight all the time. Roger had the lightest most of the time, and then Skip had the mid range, and then I had the heaviest sinker on to try to stagger them, keep them out of each other. So, and I watched Skip. I was watching him because he wasn't getting hit like we were. He's bumping the exact same way we were. He was doing the minimal lift, and he was doing everything identical. I was trying to find something he was doing wrong. He changed baits. It was the same bait. It was on the same cutting board, cut by the same guy. I couldn't come up with anything he was doing different. So that leads me to believe that, it was just, we were in the same waters. I mean, we were feet apart. So, and he had, he was doing the same presentation. So I can't see how the odds just weren't in his favor at that moment. I can't come up with anything other than that in this circumstance. So most of the time I would totally disagree that, luck's not got, luck for winning. Yes, it's a lot of luck. But that circumstance, I can't come up with anything. If maybe somebody else can.
So one of the things that one of the things that I thought about, and I want to go back and look at, is you said you watched Skip's technique, and so I got to wondering if our method of bumping is pretty quick. As soon as it hits the bottom, it's up, and as soon as it hits the bottom, it's up, and so we're maintaining very close contact with the bottom. And so the only thing I could think of is if maybe Skip's was hanging on to his a little longer, his was hopping farther, skipping over more ground than what we were covering. But the only way to know that is really go back and kind of watch some of the video. But in the end, you're still bumping down through there. And even us, we're not hitting every single nook and cranny. You can run the same pass 1,000 times and not hit the same rock.
Yeah.
Well, we've had this happen before, not with 3 guys, but with 2, where one guy was catching all the fish. Skip and I had it happen to it where I was on the not catching anything end of things one time, and Skip caught 20-some fish, and I think I caught 1 catfish all day, and he caught over 20. We were trading rods, we were trading sides of the boat. I had him put the bait on my hooks. I used his hooks and rigs. We done everything you could think of, and it didn't matter. It was his day to catch fish.
We moved the boat.
He pulled his lines in where he was throwing on his side of the boat, and I threw my lines over there, and he put through his over on my side, and he still caught the fish.
It's crazy.
Now Skip and I went bumping here a few weeks ago at another location, and it wasn't a hot bite that day. I think we only caught, what was it, Skip, 7 or 8 fish all day?
Yeah, total.
Something like that. But I was getting hit a lot that day. I could have put smaller baits on, and I know we could have caught a lot of smaller fish, but I was trying to catch bigger ones. But I was getting hit all day. Skip wasn't even getting hit. Now, that day, we did try something, and it was right. We stayed out a lot longer than what we intended to. I remember that. But at the end of the day, Skip took his rattle float off, and he finally caught a fish. He got 1 bite, he got 1 fish, and we went home. But, at least that day you can say, all right, well, we changed something, Well, this last weekend, he did exactly what we were doing. We were checking his leader links and everything. And like I said, I watched him. I was watching how he was picking it up and putting it down. He was doing when you're in the area we were in was not real rough. It's not crazy stuff. And so I try to lift my bait up just as least amount as possible, just real gentle. And, I don't jerk it way up because I don't need to. I'm not trying to get over stuff. Skip was doing the exact same thing. Now, so was Roger, actually. Just as soon as you're just doing that minimal lifting, trying to keep it down there and not, of course, the leader length, even if you are jerking it a lot, because that leader is so long, you can jerk that weight up and down, and that bait's really not going to move unless you really go crazy or something. But, like I said, I was paying attention to him after, not at the beginning, but later in the tournament. I was really watching to see if he was, doing something different. And I couldn't see anything. Hey, I got a kitty. Fred wants out. I'm going to let Fred out. He's right here at the door.
Okay.
I can tell you that was a long ride home. Long ride home.
Oh, man.
The longest I've ever mowed my grass, I think, in my life after I got home. I just beat myself to pieces all the way home, mowing the grass, trying to figure out, what in the world could I have been doing different, or wasn't doing as they were, and like I said, I changed rigs. The leader of the sinker changed, trying to match it up to theirs. Same hook, same baits, float, no float. I was trying everything, and just couldn't get it,
You weren't even getting the hits.
Yeah.
You weren't even getting the.
And and I was doing that where that minimal lift, and I even tried lifting higher, thinking, well, maybe I need to get it up a little higher. I was trying everything I could think of. And only one thing that did kind of keep running in my mind was several times Roger, of course, he was a lot further out than either one of us, kept mentioning about, I can't remember if it was the bite on the fall or or you'd think he was hung, but
Just losing bottom.
yeah, losing bottom. And, I was thinking, maybe I just wasn't feeling that light bite or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because,
Saturday,
most of the bumping that I have done successfully, like the weekend before me and Zach was out, I mean, we tore them up, and they were hitting it and running, hitting and running with it.
Yeah.
So
I did notice that both of you were, a lot of times you were just waiting and no line was going out or anything. And then next thing you know, you guys knew that it was a fish. And
they weren't hitting, they weren't doing the bump and run Saturday. They were bumping it and either coming up in the water column or they're coming back toward, going up river, one or the other. But, I think about every one of Rogers was doing that, and most of mine were doing it. I still had a couple that were doing the shaky shake, and I can't remember. I think I have one that actually did the hit it and he took off downriver with it. But they were hitting a little peculiar, I guess. So maybe
I was pretty salty.
a second ago, Tim Molina put in there maybe the hand soap bug spray or sunblock. Now, didn't you spray sunblock all over your hands and put it on your face and neck that morning?
No, I did not put it on I sprayed it on the back of my hand.
Oh,
We did the exact same thing the weekend before.
Right. It was a great question. Tim brought it up, and
that is
very relevant.
That is a very good question. Now,
I kind of, that one day I was even kidding him. I said, "You did put, suntan lotion on that bait, didn't you?" And he looked at me funny. I was like, "That's what I've been doing."
I just sprayed it on the back of the hands, and just kind of, did that number.
Right.
But did the same thing the weekend before,
Skip used bait that I cut up sometimes, so it wasn't I know he put it on his hook, but still.
Yeah.
But that is a very, valuable question,
Yeah, that's
maybe I did. Point. Maybe I didn't know that I rubbed it and got it all over me. I don't know,
I imagine every single person here in chat has been on that end where you were sitting on Saturday, where your buddy's just hammering a fish, and you're sitting there like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Everyone, I'm going to say, unless they're lying,
absolutely,
they have been on that end of the stick. And,
we've all three done it.
Oh yeah.
Either just the two of us, whichever,
Zach does it to me
all
all the
three
time.
of us. Me and Roger be sitting there, and Zach's just, it's on. So
hey, Roger and I had that happen on Mike Greenwell's show a couple weeks ago. Where, I hooked up several fish, and Roger
10 or 11.
Roger's but
2.
we figured out what was going on too. It's like finally we was like, "How long's your leader?" And his dropper was way longer than mine. He shortened his up and he started catching fish. So they were holding tighter.
He was passing over them, yeah.
But,
what really, even as salty as I was, eventually I just said, you know what, I want to take this as a learning experience. The next time I go, if I'm running into that, I'll try even more things, to try to get it figured out.
Roger and I was trying our best to come up with something. Believe me.
Yeah. That's one of the things that we do a lot, and I know Jeremy and I do it as well. And when we're not fishing, we're talking about fishing. We're talking about what went right, what went wrong, and all week, all we do is plan for the next weekend. That's it. So
And what really gets me about y'all's situation is I can understand if Skip would have been the closest one to the boat or the furthest one away, but he was between y'all. The long line and the short line was catching, but not the mid line. That to me, that's a confusing in itself.
Yeah.
If he were the outlier either way, you could say, okay, well, he was too close or he was too far, but he was between y'all. That's wild to me.
And actually, the last hour and a half, 2 hours, I switched to a 4. So I was the same as Zach, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, the bite did die down there. That
Yeah.
last part, but I don't know.
Roger, you are froze, by the way.
Yeah.
I am froze or was froze?
Yeah, you've been
Can
froze
hear
for
you,
over
but
a
your
minute.
video's froze.
What?
You got a big old
Yeah.
smile on your face.
Hey, you got a smile on your face this
It's
time.
okay.
Leave
You can
that.
leave it like that. Oh, he just he went away. Or he came back the same, didn't he?
It came back the
Nope.
same way?
Yep,
Still got
identical.
Yep, still got that big cheesy grin on your face.
Boy, oh boy. Hey, we got 63 folks in chat. Hey, thanks guys for stopping out. I see a couple more folks. We got Jerry Parker, Ernie Brown, 922, Crappie Barbecue, Justin's Fishing Fetish, Chris Wright. What's going on, buddy? Sunfish Assassin. So, yeah, that's
Hey. Before we get too far into this or any farther, I'd like to thank Chad Fields for putting on a good event last weekend.
Yeah.
It was well run. He kept the chatter going on, and kept things interesting when there wasn't being fish caught and all that stuff. So he's pretty good host to have on.
Yeah.
He's good to have on the mic and keep things rolling. I'll say that. And of course, I like it because I got to win this week. But
yeah. So congratulations, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, I kept it interesting. I kept it close for a while.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
we had a good time. It's very unfortunate that, many of the other anglers we expected to really have a great day. Jeremy, you included,
Yeah.
just faced with real tough situations and, just turned out to be our day. And anytime the Ohio River can take a win, we're pretty happy.
Big deal.
Yep.
Big deal. We kept expecting Jeremy to come up 50, 60 pounder any minute. I mean, all the time. It was like we were saying that. It was like, all it takes is one fish from the James or one fish from the Mississippi, and it's over.
I knew.
Yeah.
I told Roger that before we went out, I'm talking a week before the tournament, I expected what happened to happen because I was 99% sure we were knee deep in the spawn and it was fixing to just blow up. And sure enough, there it was. Be back in just a second, guys.
What's up, Adam? There's Chad now. His ears must have been burning.
Give me 5 minutes. Apparently, I have to go kill a snake. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. All right. When the wife yells to kill
Snake
the
removal.
snake or spider, you better get to moving.
That's right.
So, but yeah, we had a good time. It was tough watching Skip struggle as our brother. But
we were trying to do 1, 2, 3, and it just didn't work.
that was
It would have been
we
great.
were whispering.
It would have been great.
We were whispering the whole time that come on, Skip, come on, get third place. That would be freaking sweet.
If there was something we could have done, we would have done it. That's for sure.
I even gave you my rod at one point.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have hung on to it for a while.
A little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin and those guys, man, they had some good
Yeah.
fish weighed in down there in that tournament.
They did. They had some big numbers for the top 3.
Ian Tippmann also, those guys had a couple. I think the biggest one was 53 or 56 pound flathead. Those guys put in the boat.
They had 50s and 40s and
Yeah,
number, all kinds of numbers.
Yeah, they caught some. And with the conditions, now they were fishing the same conditions we were. And I'll be honest with you guys, that was on Saturday. We caught those fish. Zach and I went out Sunday, the very next day. We caught one fish.
And we saw all kinds of nice fish down there.
We
too.
marked tons of fish.
We saw nice fish down there, big, but they were tight to the bottom, real tight. But we marked a lot of fish in that same area that we were fishing. So,
yeah. So I mean, it just goes to show you that let's see, how much did the water come up from Saturday to Sunday?
It came up 6 feet, I believe.
6, yeah.
In one, just hours really. It was starting to come up hard. That's probably why the bite slowed down on us later in the tournament. It was really picking up. The speed changed and all that stuff.
Bobby there said it was 53 pounds. So those guys, man, I tell you what, when it comes to time on the water, those guys only came off the water, I don't even know, just a few hours and went back out. So they definitely put their time in.
That's the sure way. That is one of the way. That's how you catch fish.
That's right.
Be out there more. Yeah.
Yeah. The longer it's if you don't believe in anything else, believe in the math that the longer your bait's in the water, the better your odds of catching a fish are. Go fishing when you can. Big Rich catfishing. What's going on? Thanks for stopping in. See what else do we have to talk about? A couple things. We got so Fishing for Freedom is going on this weekend out in Quincy, Illinois. Last year you saw all three of us make it out there. This year it's just not happening. We've all got stuff going on that we can't take off and be gone that far. To be completely honest, gas at $4.50 or plus a gallon is not making it very feasible to make that trip. Now there is another event going on this weekend for veterans at Sandusky Bay, which is going to be another great event. Talking to Joe yesterday, I believe we're at 44 veterans, and we've only got 36 boats, I believe was the last numbers I saw. So if anyone is interested in possibly going up Sandusky Bay this weekend, they have been on fire. I mean, they are whooping the crap out of some channel. I don't know how many channel cats are in there and how many it takes to get caught before you start catching the same fish again. But there's a lot of fish being caught up there at Sandusky Bay. And to take a veteran out and let them enjoy that type of experience, even us guys that catch fish a lot, when we go up to Sandusky Bay, we all turn into 8-year-old boys. We're just giggling and having such a good time. It's just fun. You don't catch 40, 50 pounders down there. And, but when you catch a bunch of 10, 15, 20 some pound channel cats, oh man, it is a good time.
Yeah. Most of the channel cats we catch up there, at least at times, it ain't like catching channel cats out here in the river where they're a couple, 3, 4, 5 pounds. I mean, up there, it seems like, 10 pounds is like, okay, I caught a 10 pounder again, and then you start getting up in the teens, and that's when it gets exciting. They don't fight like a blue.
They're mean.
Was it Lyle Stokes, Lyle or Doc? He said they fight you all the way to the boat. They fight in the boat, and they fight going back in the water.
Patriot James always says that.
Yeah, they do. I'm telling you, they're rowdy the whole time.
Brad's in the house. Tidal weights, Brad. If you don't have plans this weekend and you're interested in going to Sandusky Bay and taking a veteran out, get with me. I'll put you in contact with the guys up there, and hopefully we can get another boat or two rounded up and get these veterans taken care of. Kevin, the veterans event is this weekend. So it's June 4th. There is a tournament, an actual money tournament going on. I believe it's the 11th up at Sandusky Bay. So if you're looking for an actual fishing tournament, it's the June 11th. If you're looking to have fun, take a veteran out, that will be on June 4th. So I got lucky and got invited up by Mark Mitchell to go up and fish with him. And we're going to take a veteran out. And we were talking back and forth today, man. We're excited. We are super excited. So can't wait to get up there and hopefully make a day that whoever we get will never forget.
Yeah.
Now the 11th is also the kids tournament. So hey, our killer arrived.
Did you get it?
He lives to fight another day.
Okay.
So
you're not a killer.
Not yet.
I got you.
Not yet. Oh, the joys of living in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah. Freddie said gas still $3.79 down. I did see it start to go down here today up in Columbus. It started to come back down to $4.21 if that's considered a good price.
Yeah,
it's better than $4.49, which is what we've been paying. Jody's in the house. Thanks, Jody, for stopping in. Let's see what else do we have to talk about. I hate to even mention this. I hate to bring this up because I know I don't have all of the information here in front of me, but I'm so excited about how. Thank you, Jody. Boom with the super chat. 1 gallon of gas. We'll put that. We'll put that right in the Muskrat. There we go. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Good.
So just to give you guys an update on where things have been going for the kids tournament. Hey, Bink's in the house. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, it's good.
You guys may or may not have been in here when Becca blessed the kids tournament with 3 $100 Visa gift cards.
wow.
For one for each category, for big fish, small fish, and most fish. So that right there is amazing. We also had 1 rod donated by Bill Hopper. We've also got bait towels coming for the kids, donated by Out of Line Rod Racks. We also had the counters, the little clickers, you know. We had a whole bunch of those donated by Stonefly 71. We've got tackle box coming in from Cody of 3+1. I've seen 2 nice looking tackle packs by Tidal Weights. We've also got T-shirts for the kids coming and plaques this year for the kids. And those are coming from Joey Middleton. He runs a printing service down south. And then also a Mad Cat rod donated by Kevin Walters, hanging out with us in here tonight. And probably some other goodies as well. And I know that's not everything. I know we had some money donated as well to help cover some shipping. And I've got that all tallied up on the side when it comes in. And like I said, I know there's some stuff. Mad Cat. We've got we got a whole bunch of rigs, pre-tied rigs and stuff to hand out. So these kids are going to go home with a goodie bag. Hopefully that they continue the excitement. I absolutely love the support and the messages I've gotten over the kids tournament. We did have another entry this week, and a very interesting one at that. So John Euler has signed up Chloe, his granddaughter, fishing Sandusky Bay.
Cool.
Woo, that's going to be a tough contender right there. Just knowing what's been going on with Sandusky Bay, they got a real shot at making it tough on everybody.
Yep. And remember, we are doing gift cards for big fish caught on both days.
That's right. I knew I was going to forget some stuff. Look at this. Kevin Walters said, I'm sending a Mad Cat's Patriot 2.0, a blue ancient mariner reel, along with a tackle package. So he said he's sending that to me. I don't know what he's going to do for the kids, but thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, and that Patriot 2.0 is a good looking rod. I happen to have one myself. That is a nice rod.
That is on my bucket list, is that rod right there.
That Patriot 2.0 is nice.
Update us on the Muskrat.
All right. There, yeah, that's a great outcome story. So you guys have heard that we had the boat out. We did a tournament on Rocky Fork Lake, and we had a fuel issue. It was starving out. Patriot James, I forgot to call you last week when you told me to. I apologize. I will get with you quickly. But we had a fuel problem. The boat was starving for fuel. I asked, I think it was either Brandon or Justin, to go back there and squeeze the ball to try to get some fuel. And he said, "We can't. The ball's completely flat. It's like sucking a thick milkshake. It ain't. Something's going on." So yesterday, Zach and I pulled the fuel tube, pickup tube up out of the fuel tank, and you can't see a screen in it. If you look in the ends, you can't see anything. It wasn't until we completely disassembled it, knocked the ball bearing out of the check valve and blew on it with the air hose that we seen a screen fly out there that was completely gunked up. I mean, gunked up terrible.
It was bad.
So Zach and I got it all cleaned up, got everything clean as a whistle, put back together. It's hard to tell.
Freddie is rubbing it in.
Blue mono, red, white, and blue. Yeah.
Rub it in, Freddie.
Blue Andy would probably look really sweet on that.
And blue mono. There you go.
I got a big old spool of blue Andy. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I seen Solo come in here. Killer B, I know we mentioned you earlier. Huckleberry's in here as well. So yeah, that's a whole bunch of excitement right there. So I plan on I should get home Thursday afternoon, and plan on putting that thing back together. And first thing I'm going to do is go try to catch some bait. This first thing Friday morning, we're heading up to Sandusky Bay. So I'm going to try to get bad gas. No, it's not bad gas. The gas that's in it, well, it's been in it for probably 2 months now. So
yeah, that was a long time accumulation, that track.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looked like bugs and chunks of stuff and everything in there.
Yeah.
So.
Where do you guys get these rods? Are you talking about the Mad Cats rods? There's several.
Yeah,
Kevin Waters, Matt.
Kevin Waters, right there. Kevin, if you want to, I don't know if we can drop his link in here, not if you can drop your own link. We could get you squared away.
What's the name of his? Is it Monster Cats?
Mm-hmm. Monster Cat Catfishing.
Yeah.
There you go. And if you live in Wheelersburg, Ohio, AJ's Mercantile,
there you go.
He has them in stock. He's got a wall covered with them.
Awesome.
Yep.
You no shipping or anything. You just go pick them up.
And
that way you can put them in your hands. And see what they feel like and all that stuff. So.
Yep. Y'all are so lucky to live in an area that actually some tackle shops actually carry stuff like this. And
it's the only one.
It's the only.
It's the only one.
There's one over. We have another one now. It's over by Jackson. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Mike's tackle shop or something. Mike's Tackle House, I believe. I've actually got to get
Muddy Water in it. Is it Muddy Water or?
No, Muddy Water is also another one. It's down on the Ohio River. It's closer to.
It's in Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in Kentucky? Yeah, other side of the river.
Just right across. So yeah.
Now down there, AJ's, they also have Ancient. They got other reels. They got Ancient Mariner, and they have a lot of Abu 65s, and
there it is.
They have a lot of cool stuff down there. That's stuff that we actually use. It's not a bunch of stuff that we don't. They really are geared towards the cat fishermen there. So
hey, Harold.
They've got cast nets there also, 8-footers.
Talk to them.
Yep. So yeah, AJ's is off 52 there, and he's been. I'll be honest with you. I've been trying to help him supply the store with things that cat fishermen need or want. So I just noticed, which he already ordered Foley spoons beforehand, but I kind of helped him choose some colors and some sizes. I put him in contact with the lightning bugs. So now you can get lightning bugs down there at AJ's. And that's the kind of stuff, if you want to help your local folks out, help them supply themselves and set themselves up to be competitive.
Yep.
By letting them know what the cat fishermen of today need, because to be honest with you, things have changed quite a bit in a short fashion. If you're close to the Mad Cats, it's having the event 18th. The store's going to have a lot of space. Wow. Yeah. That's one of the good things I keep hearing about Mad Cats and Matt that runs that place, is you keep hearing about all these great things that they're doing. Wanting to jump in the community and sponsor and help so many different things out. That's the kind of people, at least myself personally, those are the kind of people I want to support. Guys like him, guys like Uncle Lou, who does so much for the community, and anything we can do to help them out in return, makes our lives just a little bit better. So, has anyone ever had a problem with a boat motor that would start but only stay running with the choke on? Man, there's so many different reasons that
it's not getting adequate fuel.
Yeah, it's starving for fuel for some reason.
Another thing that'll cause that is an air leak between the carburetor, or somewhere between the carburetor and the cylinder head. You know,
vacuum
the intake
leak, right.
or somewhere. An air leak, a vacuum leak will do the exact same thing.
And I know all you guys know how to do this, and so if you would kind of help him, how do you check for a vacuum leak around a motor?
Starting fluid.
Yep.
Start spraying starting fluid, just a little, different places where you think, like around where the gasket's at and stuff. And if your engine increases, if it increases in RPM, then it's probably sucking that stuff right in there. So, that's one way to do it.
Yeah,
that's an old school trick right there.
Yeah. Don't do too much. You do too much, and it'll actually sometimes suck it through the normal route. You know what I mean? You just use small amounts and just go around key places and just listen for that RPM change.
Yep. If I could help, if you put the straw on the can, that way you can be really precise about where you just a little bit at a time, just a shot and you listen, a shot and you listen. Before you know it, you'll hear it. You'll hear it pick up, and you do it a few times just to be sure.
Then you can like really pinpoint it from that point. You just play with it. Yeah, that's one good way. But I mean, if it could be a low float, your float could be out of adjustment. If it's a multi-cylinder engine, though, I don't know. A single-cylinder engine is a lot easier to figure out, of course. It's either air leak or lack of fuel. It's one of those two things. It's pretty, and if
it's never been taken apart for any reason, I would side with the starving for fuel versus a vacuum leak. Because a vacuum leak is normally caused when you take something apart to put it back together, or something broke or something like that. But starving for fuel, any little bit of trash, anything gets in a line, in a carburetor, and a fuel filter, it will cause that issue. I know, now I'm not a real experienced with boat engines, but pretty much any other kind of engine, 9 out of 10 times I have seen that particular issue, it's been a piece of trash, either in a fuel line or a carburetor, that's caused that exact issue.
Yeah, and when it's at idle speed, it's not even using the main jet; it's using the idle jet.
That's
right. The idle jet's tiny. It takes hardly anything to block. I mean, just the smallest anything, and it's blocked, and causes issues.
Looks like outflow channel.
So,
hey, look at that! You never know what you're going to get into on Muskrat Adventures. We could be talking about anchor balls, and we could talk about different makes and models of catfishing rigs. We could be talking about engines.
You just never know sometimes.
We and that's what I like about this. It's just like a bunch of us just hanging out and talking like we were hanging out in a boat. You never know what's going to come up. Have the carb sonic cleaned. Yeah, the hydrosonic dipping is a big deal. It gets in. You might think you can clean it yourself and get in every nook and cranny, but
you can.
You
can.
Patience.
You can with carb cleaner and put your tip on there and a toothbrush and an air and blow everything out when you're done. You don't have to do the sonic thing. You really don't. I mean, it does work, but.
Yeah, it helps. Now I know for me personally, a big tool in cleaning a carburetor by hand is even if you have to go get the little cans of compressed air that you clean a keyboard with, a little bit of compressed air, and you make sure you're getting air through all of those little holes in there to make sure you've got them cleared out. That's the biggest thing.
Every one of them little holes, they do something.
They have a purpose.
They do. They have a purpose, and it can. If you don't have them all at least clear, then you're going to have all kinds of phantom problems. Especially if it's like for an intermediate circuit or something like that. You'll have full power, you'll have idle, but when you're starting to the in between, you're going to have issues. It'll fall on its face. It's all kinds of weird stuff. All from one little speck of dirt.
You better believe it.
Yep.
And the bigger the motor, it seems like the more sensitive they get. The little stuff, it'll run on nothing under the horrible conditions.
Yeah.
The more power they make, the more finicky they are. Go figure.
All right. So, Eric, first of all, say hi, Janice. Thanks for stopping in. She's sneaking in from work, it looks like. But Eric, talking about the Ohio meet and greet. I know Brandon, this is Brandon's deal. So I don't ever want to I don't want to step on toes and take credit for anything. Brandon came up with that idea last year, and I was more than happy to help this year. I don't think a definite date's been set. I know Skip's got a date in his mind, and I think he may have talked him into it last I saw in the group chat. But I want to wait until, and that's a ways away. So I'll wait until I got more details and get Brandon in here one night with us, and we'll talk more about that then. But I'm happy you're excited about it, but we're not going to wait till September to do some fishing. As soon as I get this boat together and I get this trip over the weekend done, I'm coming to Hoover. Coming to Hoover. Only.
I had to highlight that one.
Only if he tells me. All right, Chad, I love you, brother. And you did put on an awesome bumping tournament. It's almost as awesome as you are. Chad's pretty awesome.
I will say, though, my formal protest still stands for him putting on a bumping tournament during the middle of my spawn that he had no clue was going to happen. But
yeah, I got to say, I agree with that. I would only want to take a win if conditions are favorable for everyone.
But you know what? Yeah, but that really, because we fish all around the country, it's hard for that to happen. I mean, this winter, we were catching fish when nobody else was catching fish because we're just earlier. Our water was a little warmer. We got on that bite earlier than everyone else. But in my mind, for months now, I knew, well, we got on it earlier. We're going to lose it earlier. Well, here we are. So hopefully that means my spawn will be done before everybody else's, and I can get on fish again. So that's all you can do.
That should be the way it is.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, you've been given a thumbs up, and you're welcome for taking your advice and doing it when Creole had spawn. Shh, you weren't supposed to.
Good advice.
Hey.
And speaking of Chad, by the way, remember Roger, a long time ago, you made me promise that I would never complain about cold weather in your presence. Okay. This guy right here, Chad, is not allowed to complain about hot weather in my presence. He is not. And I'm making this publicly known because I got messages today about him having fits because it got to 87 degrees.
Oh, really?
Even
hotter than that. I had 94 here.
Yeah, we had
Cry me a river, Chad.
Chad's he's light skinned too. He's a ginger, so
Yeah. So you got to So there's got to be some kind of prorate there for gingers.
Yeah, we got to take it easy on them.
Nah,
little snowflakes.
87 degrees. That feels like air conditioning around here.
So Justin has a question for you.
I would love to tell you they would be, but I doubt it. And I know why he's asking me that. I know why.
He's going to be in the area. That's why.
Yep, he's going to be right there, man. I don't know, but you know what? If you willing to come, we'll go try.
Yeah, they can't all spawn at the same time. I mean, the level of activity, I'm sure, will be down, but fish can still be caught.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you can catch immature fish. Fish don't reach breeding maturity until they're 8 years old. And on average, well, I don't know about everyone else's area. I know that our area on the Ohio River, average growth rate is between 2 to 2.5 pounds per year.
Mm-hmm.
So you think an 8-year-old fish is going to be anywhere between a 16 to 20 pound range.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
And go catch 16 pounders all day and have a good time.
That, and you know, that exact situation actually happened to my dad Monday, or was it Sunday or yesterday? I don't remember. Long story short, he had his jig poles out trying the brimfish. Well, needless to say, he found a big old pod of about 14-inch channel cats and tore them up. He said he had a time on those 9-foot B&M jig poles with, I don't know what pound test he uses, but it's not much. Oh, yeah. Slaughtered them.
But that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Chad
yeah.
likes
He
the
got,
hounds.
oh, man. He was all excited.
What else we got? What else we got going on?
Which speaking of Justin, I was kind of wondering if he would maybe slide on down here because I still have this sitting here on my desk that has his name on it.
Well, he only had 24 hours to claim it. And I already sent you my address.
Yeah, there you go. See, sorry, Justin.
Sorry, buddy.
He gone.
That'll look good next to my Patriot. Let's see what else we got going on. I'll be honest.
Jeremy, I got a question for Jeremy.
Oh,
okay.
Here we go.
You live to the Duck Dynasty boys.
If I know any of them?
Now, how close? Are you in the same area?
No, they're more in North Louisiana. They live about 2.5 hours north of me. In fact, there's a couple of people that hang out with us in chat that live pretty much in the same city they live in. I know John Boy's catfishing. Jeremy, and I can't remember his last name now. If he'd be in chat, I'd see his name. There's a couple of guys from that Monroe area. That's about 2.5 hours north of me.
Okay. I was just curious. I thought maybe you'd have a story for us or something.
I did meet Willie and Jace one time because with the company I used to work for, we had a big construction project in West Monroe, down the road from where they live, and they happened to be in the same store that I was in. So I went and introduced myself. Hey, shook my hand. Big fan of the show. Real nice, laid back guys. Talked for a while.
Sean T says he used to hunt with him.
Sean T knows all the famous people. I'll tell you that right now. He's got some very, very high up friends. I don't know how I get to hang around with them, to be honest with you. I don't even know.
You're famous, man.
You're famous.
Got that
You're
one
high
cam.
up.
No. Infamous, maybe. Not famous.
I don't know what Justin's talking about here. You ain't taking the muskrat anywhere.
No,
sir.
Oh, because you're taking his knife.
Oh. So trade the knife for the boat, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think so. That is a nice knife, but
little hostage situation.
I've got literally blood, sweat, and tears in that boat.
Yep.
And
lots of cussing too.
There was some foul language in that boat. There's some sweat and tears. There's some blood here and there. That boat, it means a lot to me. Now the motor, I could do without it. If I can get a new motor, it'd be gone.
Hey, I tried offering you a replacement motor for like a year, and you wouldn't bite. So
I tried. I don't think that's a boat motor.
It could be arranged. We could have done something with that. I'm just saying we could have done something with that. You know, I'm just saying you would have got to your fishing spot quick.
Yeah, but I can't afford to fill the boat up with the motor that's on it now. I couldn't do that. I couldn't even afford to start that thing.
Would it have a blower on it?
No. But it was about 425 on the motor, and if you'd have put a bottle on it, oh yeah, she'd have been good.
There we go. Hoover Reservoir is great around the 4th of July. All the rich people like to shoot off fireworks, and catfishing is great. You get to sit out there. You got a dinner and a show. We'll bring the better cheddars.
Awesome.
That says better cheddar juice.
4th of July is fireworks at my house every year.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's big deal.
Big deal. Gotcha.
Big deal. We do everything but set the woods on fire pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep, they do that on all the big oxbow lakes around here. Everybody has camps on the oxbow lakes, and every 4th of July, everybody takes their boats out on the lake and shoots fireworks off of their boats.
Wow.
So that's always interesting to see.
I was getting ready to say, I don't know if I would do that.
I've been involved in that once or twice. In fact, my brother-in-law, before he was ever my brother-in-law, I was on his boat one night shooting mortar shells off the front deck of a bass boat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way,
There may have been some liquid encouragement involved in all that. I'm just saying. There
adult
may have been.
beverages.
It was implied.
A few beverages.
By the way, I love explosives. I love them.
Yes.
I get the same kind of rush I do from catching catfish, pretty much. So.
If you could somehow combine the two, well, you can, not legally, but if you could legally combine the two.
And the thing is, when you do that, you got to clean catfish. You're going to clean some catfish.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be awesome, there, Brian. That'd make for an awesome live stream, too. Be able to see that stuff in the background. Tim says Creole's whole town comes out for the 4th of July.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Everybody who has a boat, which is pretty much everybody.
Creole, do you guys play with tannerite?
Possibly.
I got a 5-gallon bucket of tannerite right now.
Ooh.
5-gallon bucket.
I've never shot.
Hey, I'm just saying I can get you a junk car like quick. Quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some stumps here I'm wanting to blow.
That'll do it.
It looks like I'm going to Zach's house for the 4th of July.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this. Well, the thing is, we start off with tannerite before it gets dark. Everybody always wants to have off fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
So you shoot some tannerite, and that gets things started. Sets the mood.
It sets the mood. I like that. Now look, Roger says this all the time. This is why we do the show. Right there.
Yes.
Right there.
That's awesome, man.
Yep, that was one of those Google Earth Pro things that we had done one time. Yep. That's why we do it, brother. Congrats.
Yep. We appreciate when you guys, tell us that, hey, I picked this up, or I tried this, or I tried that, and it worked, man. That's the best compliment that we can get. I mean,
absolutely.
Thumbs up are awesome. We love seeing a thumbs up and realizing that you guys are liking the content.
Yep.
It does help YouTube, help with the analytics and everything aside of that. But for our own personal growth and our personal gratification, those comments that something helped or made something easier, or, something. Those are the comments that make it worth stopping everything you're doing every Tuesday night and come in here and sit down.
And look, and that's why we are a community.
Yes.
Ain't nobody against anybody else. We are out to help each other catch fish. Because in my personal opinion, if I gave someone a piece of advice that helped them catch a big fish, it's as good as me catching the big fish. I love it. I really do.
Yep.
Yeah, you get it. It's partially you're part of it.
Yeah, really. I mean, just like when I first learned how to do this, the videos that I watched, and I learned the people that helped me do what I do now, and I'm just trying to pass it on down.
Yep.
Right there.
That's it, baby. Another one of our river rats.
There we go. What's up, Richard? That's that Skip. He ain't said 2 words. I don't know what happened, but
I've been agreeing.
Okay.
Well,
I thought your screen froze.
Skip is still trying to figure out why he hadn't caught them fish. He's still thinking about it.
Hey,
in his brain, it's just like Rolodex. Just flipping around.
At the bottom of the screen, we've got scrolling there. Clearview Outdoors. Give him a hook set, guys. If you haven't, if you guys haven't been following Skip, and man, he is he's actually making me look pretty bad at this point. He's so consistent. His videos have been very educational, informative. If you guys aren't already subscribed to Clearview over there, go check him out. He's been putting a lot of work into his content.
Yes,
and it's paying off. And he's got a whole bunch of more content saved up.
I lost a bunch.
He lost
killer
more than
live
you could
stream.
carry.
I lost a whole thing full.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
killer live streams, and
thing.
plus, if you are a fan of the Abu Garcia reels, you really need to check this guy's channel out because he's a great how-to stuff.
Every little thing.
He's got that Bob Ross voice. It's just so soothing.
I know, right?
It's like it just sinks in instantly.
Come on over.
We're going to put a happy little worm gear in right here.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
Hey, we believe you, not just because you're a brother, but because we believe in your content and
good stuff.
Effort.
Yeah.
Here's a question for Skip up there. Have you been up to Rocky?
I don't know if I've fished Rocky Fork this whole year. I have not.
Wow.
No. And fishing for the next few weeks is probably going to be out for me.
Crappie
a lot
days
going on right now.
922 Crappie's having fun with the autocorrect. Yeah. I've learned the hard way to not voice text. Apparently it doesn't understand retard because and you guys probably know just as much because I voice text you guys all the time because I'm busy. You're like, what the heck is that? So if you're messaging me, it's also a game of Mad Libs where you just get to kind of fill in the blanks.
You think voice to text don't like your voice. I think it does with Cajun.
Yeah, I guess
it doesn't go good, dude.
They don't have some kind of logarithm or something rather for Cajun folks? Or
No, they don't. I can tell you that right now. They don't.
Kentucky Redneck, that's most likely part of your dam and flood control system. So they were holding some water back, letting that water from the down pool. So some pools of water, have a lot of city or have a lot of town, houses and industry or anything right on the water, and they will not let that water get above a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they try to keep it the same.
Yep. Our pool that we fish, it's like no holes barred. I think it shoot up 30 feet and nobody blinks an eye.
Roller coaster.
Y'all pool is the pool they use to keep everybody else straight.
That's exactly. It's a watershed.
That's
our
exactly
pool.
what it
It's
is.
a watershed.
Yep.
Exactly what it is.
So there are times that our water actually does the same thing. It might be all backed up and held back, and it'd be high as can be, but not have a whole lot of flow just because it's not going anywhere. They're holding it all back. But it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. They've got we live on the right below, just a few miles down the road here. We have the Sauter River Valley, and it's actually the Sauter River dumps into the Ohio, but it's a valley that goes from here at the river. It goes north all the way to Columbus, Ohio. So it goes 100 miles north.
Yeah.
And when the river backs up, that's all a great big reservoir is what it turns into.
Yep.
And that's why that's another reason they probably use this as a watershed here in this area, because basically they can back it up and it don't affect that many people. It's all farmland, and it's very rich farmland because of all the silt and all that stuff from from the water backing up. But they can't plant their crops until late in the spring. A lot of most of that's not even planted yet because it can still flood.
Yep. And then 3 weeks later, I see all of that down here.
Yeah.
Send it all to me. And I don't have any dams or anything on that Mississippi. It's all unrestricted. I get all of it, whether I want it or not.
Hey, there's bumping Mike Greenwell. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
So, Well, guys, we hit an hour here. Unless somebody else has got anything else to add tonight, we're going to wrap things up and look forward to next week. So next week we'll have, let's see, what do I have for next week? Oh, I know what I was going to try to do. I was going to try to get some of the kids in here.
Yes, good idea.
We're going to try to round up some of the kids that are going to be fishing in the week after's tournament. To kind of get the kids pumped up, get all the viewers pumped up, and get everybody excited and ready to go for the Catfishing for Kids semi-annual event. And we get some of the kids on here. We'll talk about some of the prizes and some of the things that they can look forward to and competing over the following weekend. And of course, we're going to have a good time with that as well. So, if you guys, if everybody else don't have anything, we're going to wrap it up tonight, and we'll see you guys here next Tuesday night. Same cat time, same cat channel.
Semper Fi, Marines.
There you
Go
go.
fish, everybody.
Thank you,
Later.
guys.